Hi there, it's Chris Hamilton here with Sales Tip a Day, www.salestipaday.com. And I'm going to go into 4 posts on the different pillars of the social selling index that LinkedIn has. So if you want to find out about social selling index, what you do is you go linkedin.com/sales/SSI. And, the 4 pillars are listed down below here. So the social selling index incorporates all of these. So the first one is establishing your professional brand, finding the right people, engaging with insight, and building relationships. So the one I'm going to talk about today is establishing your brand. So your professional brand. So if you go to the social selling dashboard at linkedin.com/sales/SSI, what you're going to find is if you click here, it will bring up a presentation. Now it's way too small on the screen, so I went and found them on SlideShare to show them to you. So I thought I'd go through each presentation individually just to show you kind of what they're talking about and how you can actually leverage this sort of stuff. So the first one is establishing your brand. So some of the stuff that LinkedIn's put in here is that reps that exceed quota get 35% more page views than those that don't. So once again, establishing your brand is building out a complete profile, putting some rich content in, putting some presentations in, potentially videos in your summary, into your employment history, and then building stuff that people will want to see. So the other thing too is as you're building this professional brand, the other thing you need to look at is 81% of buyers are more likely to engage with a strong professional brand, i.e., you building your brand out. So if you're creating content, if you're creating information, if your LinkedIn profile looks very professional with a lot of helpful stuff in it, then people are more likely to engage with you on that sort of stuff. The other thing is 92% of B2B buyers engage with sales professionals if they are known as industry thought leaders. So, creating content on a consistent basis, posting it up on LinkedIn is absolutely going to help you out. So how do you establish your professional brand? The first thing they talk about is completing your profile. One of the things on LinkedIn that's really good is when you go into your profile, LinkedIn will prompt you and say, your profile is not at a certain rate or a certain level. And I'll show you what I mean when I go into my profile on LinkedIn. And the other thing it does is it provides subtle hints for you to do to your profile to make things better. And so when I get into the profile, I'll tell you kind of what I mean as I look at my profile here. So one of the things it does, it starts to talk about the profile strength up here on the right. And what you see is mine's an all-star. So it's basically, I've got it filled out very well. But if you start out down at the bottom, eventually it's going to start working its way up. And then it starts giving you, subtle hints as to what you can do. Now, even though I have an all-star profile here, I still actually get prompted by LinkedIn over here. Do I have any certificates? Yes or no? And if I go no, it'll bring up another one. I can X out as well if I want to, if I don't want to deal with it then. But that's one of the things that you can leverage or use to build out your profile. So aim to make sure that's 100% complete with, as they say, profile picture. Profile picture will get you 11 times more views. A headline, and what I talk about with a headline is have a strong call to action with benefit in there. So if you look at mine, it's your small and medium business SMB marketing resource that will help you generate up to 10 times more sales leads. Ask me how. So that's one of the things that's in there. Make sure you have a good summary and experience as well. And once again, in your summaries, if you go into my summary, I actually put content in here and put videos and presentations in and any other information. So that's one of the things that you can do. Also put recommendations in, because if you put some strong recommendations in, then literally people are going to look at that as social proof and will be more, more likely to reach out to you as well. So that's that part right there. And then as you go through, it keeps talking about adding the rich content, which I just talked to, which is putting up, documents and multimedia stuff. And then establishing your brand, which is increasing the visibility by posting and interacting with content. So the same thing is when you're in LinkedIn, what you can do is you can start posting content up on LinkedIn with different stuff. So you can hit publish post right here. And when you publish a post, it will allow you to put content out. So I've got lots of different content that I put up on LinkedIn. And one of the nice things about LinkedIn too is they will actually give you ideas if you're stumped for something to write. It says, hey, what do you think about here? So literally LinkedIn is trying to help you the best way it can to help you succeed. And so that's one of the things that you should be doing as well. So hopefully you find this information useful. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at chris@salestipaday.com. Down below, you'll find a link for my regularly scheduled social selling webcast that I do, leveraging LinkedIn to generate more sales leads and to draw more attention to yourself. So hopefully you can join that too.